Hey everyone, and welcome to our channel. Today we're going on an adventure to Greece. It's a super cool place with old stuff, sunny islands, and stories that are so awesome, people still talk about them thousands of years later. From Mount Olympus, where the Greek gods supposedly lived, to the Aegean Sea, which is full of amazing creatures and legends, Greece has a ton of interesting culture, beautiful places, and awesome stories. Come with me as we travel through time and discover 10 crazy facts about Greece. You won't believe what we find. We all know the Olympics, right? The grand spectacle that brings together the best athletes from around the world. It's a celebration of human potential, unity, and sportsmanship. Huge stadiums, tons of people cheering, and amazing athletes. The modern Olympics are a global phenomenon, watched by millions on TV and attended by thousands in person. But guess what? The very first Olympics were way different. They were held in ancient Greece in a place called Olympia, which was far from the bustling cities we associate with the games today. Instead of a big stadium, imagine a simple dirt track. There were no grandstands or electronic scoreboards. The setting was much more humble, surrounded by nature and ancient structures. Instead of thousands of fans, imagine a small group of villagers. These were the people who gathered to watch the events, cheering on their local heroes with just as much passion as today's crowds. This was the scene in ancient Olympia, and it wasn't for a race, but for a religious festival to honor Zeus, the king of the gods. The games were deeply intertwined with religious rituals and ceremonies. These games happened every 4 years, and they were like a religious trip and a sporting event all rolled into one. People traveled from all over Greece to participate and to witness the festivities. The athletes didn't wear fancy clothes. They competed wearing nothing but olive oil. This was believed to enhance their performance and protect their skin from the sun. They weren't trying to win medals or money, but just a simple olive branch crown and bragging rights for their city. This crown was a symbol of honor and victory, highly coveted by the competitors. It's totally different from the Olympics we know today, but these ancient games were still really special. They laid the foundation for the modern Olympics, preserving the spirit of competition and excellence that continues to inspire us. The torch relay, a symbol of continuity between the ancient and modern games, reminds us of this rich history. Every time the flame is lit, it connects us to those early athletes who competed not for fame or fortune, but for the pure love of sport and honor. So next time you watch the Olympics, remember its humble beginnings. From a simple dirt track in ancient Olympia to the grand stadiums of today, the essence of the games remains the same. A celebration of human spirit, dedication, and the pursuit of excellence. Have you heard of Atlantis? This legendary city has fascinated people for centuries, sparking countless debates and inspiring numerous stories. It's a story about a super-advanced city that disappeared under the sea. According to the legend, Atlantis was a utopia, a place of unparalleled beauty and technological prowess. Was it a real place, or just a made-up story? This question has puzzled historians, archaeologists, and enthusiasts alike. A long time ago, a guy named Plato described Atlantis as a rich and powerful island with technology way ahead of its time. He wrote about it in his dialogues Timaeus and Critias, where he detailed its grandeur and eventual downfall. He said it existed thousands of years before he was even born, which has made people wonder if it was real. Plato's accounts have been the primary source of information about Atlantis, leading to various interpretations and theories. Some people think Atlantis was a real island, maybe Santorini, which was destroyed by a volcano. The eruption of Thera, one of the largest volcanic events in recorded history, could have inspired the story of a sunken civilization. Others think some underwater ruins near Crete might be Atlantis. These ruins, submerged and mysterious, have fueled speculation and exploration. We don't know for sure, but the story of Atlantis reminds us how powerful nature is and how even the smartest societies can disappear. Natural disasters have the power to reshape civilizations, leaving behind only traces of what once was. It also reminds us that there are still lots of mysteries in the world. The allure of Atlantis lies not just in its possible existence, but in the endless possibilities it represents. Whether fact, fiction, or lost history, Atlantis continues to captivate our imagination and drive our quest for knowledge. Imagine it's 490 BC. The world is a very different place, filled with ancient empires and legendary battles. In the heart of Greece, a small city-state called Athens is facing a dire threat. The Persian army, a vast and powerful force, is invading Greece. The Athenians, though brave and determined, are in big trouble. They know they can't face the Persians alone. Desperate for help, they decide to send a messenger named Pheidippides to Sparta. Sparta, known for its fierce warriors, is over 150 miles away. The journey is long and perilous. Pheidippides sets off, running day and night. He traverses rugged mountains, crosses scorching hot plains, and faces countless dangers along the way. His determination and endurance are nothing short of heroic. When he finally reaches Sparta, exhausted and desperate, he delivers his plea for help. But to his dismay, the Spartans say they cannot assist immediately due to a religious festival. Undeterred, Pheidippides turns around and begins the grueling journey back to Athens. He knows he must deliver the bad news as quickly as possible. His spirit remains unbroken despite the overwhelming fatigue. Upon his return to Athens, Pheidippides collapses from exhaustion. He has run over 300 miles in just a few days. His incredible feat of endurance and loyalty to his city is remembered for generations. This legendary run is the inspiration behind the modern marathon. Today, runners from all over the world participate in marathons, pushing their limits and honoring the spirit of Pheidippides. The story of Pheidippides shows us the incredible resilience and dedication of the human spirit. It also highlights the deep love the Athenians had for their city, willing to go to any lengths to protect it. High up on a hill in Athens is the Parthenon. It's a beautiful temple built a long, long time ago. Imagine it's the year 438 BC. Workers are carefully carving amazing details into the marble. Every column and statue is perfect. The Parthenon wasn't just a temple, it showed how powerful and rich Athens was. Even though it's old and has been through a lot, it's still amazing. It reminds us of a time when art and smart ideas were super important. In Greece, people celebrate by smashing plates. It might seem crazy, but it's a tradition. Some people think it started as a way to scare away bad spirits. Others think it's just a fun way to show you're happy. So if you're ever in Greece and hear plates breaking, don't worry, it's just people having a good time. There's a famous Greek story about a monster called the Minotaur. It was half man, half bull, and it lived in a confusing maze called a labyrinth. Every year, people were sent into the maze as a sacrifice to the Minotaur. But then, a hero named Theseus came along. He used a ball of string to find his way through the maze and defeated the Minotaur. It's a story about bravery and how good can beat evil. Imagine a dish that smells like cinnamon, nutmeg, lamb, and eggplant. That's moussaka, a classic Greek food. It has layers of eggplant, lamb, tomatoes, and spices, all covered in a creamy sauce. Moussaka is more than just food, it's part of Greek history and culture. Every bite tells a story. It's a super tasty dish that you'll definitely want to try. The Greek alphabet might seem simple, but it's really important. Words like democracy, philosophy, and mathematics all come from Greek. The Greeks were the first to make an alphabet where each letter makes a different sound. Many alphabets we use today are based on the Greek one. It shows how powerful ideas can be. A long time ago, there was a super smart guy named Aristotle. He was a philosopher and scientist who loved to learn. He studied everything from animals to how we think. His ideas are still important today, and he's known as one of the most important thinkers ever. Today, Greece is part of the European Union, but it's been through some tough times. Even though things were hard, Greece never gave up. It's a country that connects the East and the West, and it's an important part of Europe. Greece shows us that even when things are bad, there's always hope. Wow, we learned so much about Greece today. From the ancient Olympics to Aristotle, Greece is full of amazing stories. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and click the bell icon so you don't miss our next adventure. We'll keep exploring the world and sharing cool stuff with you. See you next time.